Since he met the US actress around 18 months ago, the world has been quick to compare sultry Meghan Markle with her fellow brunette, the Duchess of Cambridge. In fact, she is more like Princess Diana, who died 20 years ago when Harry was 12. This is intriguing, given that Meghan is said to have endlessly watched reruns of Diana's wedding as a child. Here, Antonia Hoyle charts the haunting and heartwarming similarities between the Princess of Wales and Harry's ever more serious love interest. Mark of spirituality. Despite being entrenched in their Western worlds, both women adopted the customs of other cultures. On a tour of India with Prince Charles in 1992, a white-suited Diana sported a bindi, a red dot on the forehead worn by Hindu women. Meghan, also in white, did the same in January on a trip to Delhi and Mumbai for US aid organization World Vision. Both sweet on charity. Meghan has good looks just like Harry's previous girlfriends, but it's her altruism that apparently captured his heart. After all, his mother raised him to believe in the importance of charity work, from her campaigns to eliminate the stigma of HIV to her later work eradicating landmines. Diana said, "Nothing brings me more happiness than trying to help the most vulnerable in society." Apparently, Diana inspired the young Meghan to do the same. According to Sonia Ardakani, the mother of Meghan's school friend Susie, Meghan started helping out at her local soup kitchen and collecting toys for donation as a child after hearing of the princess's endeavors. More recently, Meghan has become an ambassador for World Vision Canada and UNICEF and an advocate for the UN entity for gender equality and the empowerment of women. Time for style. The devil is in the detail, or the designer accessories, as Diana knew well. She favored a long camel coat, simple but stylish brown loafers and her much-loved Cartier tank watch, all items that, 3 decades on, are staples for Meghan too. The actress's wardrobe boasts a £1,995 Max Mara Manuela belted caramel coat, and she recently splashed out on a Cartier French tank watch at a cost of around £5,000. "When I found out that my TV series Suits had been picked up for our 3rd season, I totally splurged and bought the 2-tone version," she says. "I had it engraved on the back, to MM, from MM, and I plan to give it to my daughter one day. That's what makes pieces special, the connection you have to them." A love of fairy tales. Despite marrying a man she suspected was in love with someone else, Diana was, for years, reluctant to relinquish her relationship with Charles, saying, "I think like any marriage, especially when you've had divorced parents like myself, you want to try even harder to make it work." A romantic who admitted to being led by her heart rather than her head, Diana's idealistic vision of lasting love is one that Meghan, whose parents are also divorced and who divorced herself in 2013, seems to share. Her friend's mother, Sonia Ardakani, recalls Meghan as being obsessed with watching video reruns of Diana's outwardly fairy tale wedding as a child. When talking about her relationship with Harry for the first time recently, Meghan added, "Personally, I love a great love story, a genius for genes." After decades in which no royal princess would be seen in public without a well-pressed frock and string of pearls, Diana rewrote the rulebook with her love of denim and youthful fashion. Her off-duty wardrobe was dominated by jeans and oversized white shirts, a style strikingly similar to that favored by Meghan, whose preferred denim brand is said to be American label Page, which sells jeans for around £200. She was recently pictured at the Invictus Games in Toronto wearing faded skinny jeans and the cryptically titled husband shirt by her friend and fashion designer Mishinanu. Meghan, like Diana, frequently complements the look with an oversized blazer. If the cap fits, you're one of the world's most famous women and wouldn't mind a bit of privacy when you're off on another foreign jaunt. The solution? Wear a baseball cap, of course. Diana often used this sporting headgear to shield herself from the paparazzi, whether on excursions with her children or furtive dashes through the airport, turning it from a trucker's staple into a must-have fashion accessory. Fast forward 2 decades and Meghan has followed suit. She is rarely spotted traveling without a cap covering her glossy locks. Dressing to impress. When it comes to evening attire, Meghan is every bit as glamorous as Diana, and, just like the late princess, she shuns pastels and prissy styles. "I like monochromatic and tonal dressing and don't generally wear prints," she says. Meghan and Diana have each been photographed in a shoulder-revealing little black dress, a white halter neck and a dark blue lace cocktail dress. Just like Diana, Meghan loves an expensive label. Heartfelt handwriting. Some of the most poignant glimpses of Diana's personality were revealed through her handwritten notes, including one to her personal chef, Darren McGrady, after the birth of his daughter. 6 of her letters, in which Diana had used her trademark girlish scrawl to tell former Buckingham Palace steward Cyril Dickman that Harry was constantly in trouble at school and being swamped with an endless supply of hugs and kisses by older brother William, were sold at auction for a not inconsiderable £15,100 last January. Meghan may be more of an Instagram aficionado, but the digital age has proved no deterrent to her sending letters and cards too, and, as shown by a note to fashion stylist Erica Wark, she writes in an elegant script as befitting someone who had a job as a freelance calligrapher. "I think handwritten notes are a lost art form," Meghan said recently. "The idea of someone taking the time to put pen to paper is really special." Her favorite note is from her father, Tom, congratulating Meghan on her first TV role, and she admits a letter is a way for a man to win her heart. "Any pose you can do." Famed for her honed biceps long before the muscular look became fashionable, Diana was said to undertake 3 30-minute sessions of exercise a week, and was a regular at LA Fitness in Isleworth, West London. She was often pictured jogging near her Kensington Palace home and was adept at the yoga poses that Meghan so loves. Meghan also says her regular 6-mile runs are my form of moving meditation. The actress is also a fan of twice-weekly yoga, having practiced her downward dogs with her mother Doria, a yoga instructor, since she was 7, while Diana, ever ahead of the curve, was said to have enjoyed organic cucumber, beetroot and celery juices. Meghan relies on green juices as an afternoon pick-me-up. "I definitely try to eat as clean as possible," she says. "Mostly fish and veggies, but I am also a foodie, so on the weekend all bets are off." Lucky Harry.